another video on candied peel. So I turned some melon skin into candied peel fruit. Pretty straightforward. You just boil it up in a sugar syrup, which is equal quantities of sugar and water by weight. So like 500 grams of water, 500 grams of sugar. Boil it up, let it go cold, repeat the process for about 8 days. So every day reboil it, let it go cold, next day reboil it, let it go cold, and it turns into candied fruit stroke zest. It was interesting, it worked, and I was kind of curious, and I kind of thought to myself, well, you wouldn't really know that it was melon skin, so could we try and make some mock ginger candied zest using melon skin and some ginger as well, but kind of bulk the ginger out with the melon skin. So that's going to be kind of quite, I thought that'd be kind of quite interesting. I think I was thinking about it, and I think I've worked out how to do it. So I've diced up some ginger, so that's we're gonna candy that as well. So it's also going to be a recipe for candied ginger. And then I've saved all the trimmings, because we like nice square bits. I've saved all the trimmings and all the skin, and I'm going to boil that up in some water, and then I'm going to puree it, and then we're going to we extract the flavour of the ginger out of the water. So we're going to get more ginger flavour than we would from just that as well. So that extra ginger flavour will kind of permeate into the melon skins. I'm also with the melon skins, I'm going to do it two ways. So we're going to leave some of these whole, like that kind of size, and then others we're going to cut up into cubes like that. So it's kind of, once you candy it, it's sticky to cut it up. So I kind of thought, well, maybe if we chopped it up beforehand, it would have the same kind of effect. But I didn't kind of want to waste it. I kind of wanted to kind of if we do half of that chopped up and half thingamajigged left whole, then we kind of know we get more results from one kind of experiment. That's kind of it. There's about 550 grams worth of melon skin. We really should weigh how much ginger we made. So trimmings wise, there is there is 60 grams worth of trimmings, and then we'll just use that lid, and then we'll see how much ginger we've got on here. And then chopped up ginger, we have got 160-ish. Okay, so that's fine. And then, because we're doing that kind of experiment, and we're faffing around with sugar and making candied peel fruit, that type of thing, I had to juice some oranges as well. So we're going to do some candied orange zest as well. Not in with those, but separately, because if we're doing that, we might as well do this. So it's going to be a multiple video with multiple results type of thing. So what we're going to do, and the same with the melon skin, which we're going to chop some of the melon skin up and leave some of it whole. We're going to do that the same with the oranges. So we will, what's kind of going to be a good size? No, we'll do it like that. So we'll do an orange and a half that way, and then we'll do long strips of orange like that, and then we'll cut it into squares, because the squares are going to, when it's cut up in squares, that's the type of stuff you use in Christmas cakes. And I've also been given some more fruit from my friends who make fruit infused gins, and they've got some more gin that's ready, so they've given me the fruit. So I'm going to, once we've all done all this, I'm going to use the fruit to make like a odds and sods Christmas cake as well. So that'll be another part of the video. So I'm going to boil this up in some water, puree it, extract as much flavour out of that ginger as possible, then use that water to make the syrup, to cook that and those, and then in another pan we're going to cook those. So that's the next bit of the video we'll be at. But I'm chopping, I've got some chopping and I've got some waffling. I am waffling to do first. So we're back when the flavour's been getting out of that, and we've done all the rest of the chopping. Right, ooh, bring some more lights. I'll just put some lights up rather than having to wrap around. Oh, of course, every cord's wrapped around everything. I really should pause the video and stop talking, but I can't be bothered. So we just need a bit more light. So I have made some syrups. I have chopped some fruits. That's a bit better. Who needs to be organised? So there's about 300 grams worth of sugar and about 200 grams worth of water in the one at the back, which is what we're going to cook the oranges in. We might need to add a bit more syrup. Nope, I think we'll be okay with that one. So what we'll do is we will bring that one up to the boil. You have to, every day, you might have to add a little bit more sugar and a little bit more syrup just to kind of top it up. You're going to lose a little bit of evaporation through the boiling process, and the fruit is going to absorb some of that sugar. So you need to keep topping it up every day, but that seems like a good amount. But we'll give it a good boil for 5 minutes for the first boil. Yeah, we'll give it no, we'll give it a 10. We'll give it a 10-minute boil. Bring it up to the boil, and then give it 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes is good, just to start off the cooking process. Once the 10 minutes is up, we'll put the lid on and let that cool overnight. And then we've got about 500 grams worth of the water, which was infused with the ginger trimmings and ginger skin. It's quite gingery already, so that's a good sign. And then we've got 500 grams worth of gingery water and 500 grams worth of sugar. So in goes the melon skins. Turn that heat up on that one as well, and then in with the ginger, and then in with the chopped up melon skin. I think this is going to work. I think this is going to work, or at least it will be interesting. It might not actually be like a mock candied ginger, but I think it will work, and I think it will be nice. The chopped up melon and peel might cook a lot quicker than the strips that we've got. Oh, I shouldn't have really done that. That's cross-contamination with a bit of ginger. It'll be fine. So we'll just have to keep an eye on the squares of the peel, because they will probably tend to candy a lot quicker than the strips. But it's all a bit of an experiment, and I kind of think, in the past when I've done julienne of orange and lemon to make fancy candied zest for desserts, I have blanched the orange in water first to take some of that bitterness away. I haven't done that this time. Is there a good reason for doing that? No, just pure laziness and couldn't be bothered. And I think it'll be fine. I think I don't really want to get rid of that bitterness. I think it'll be kind of quite nice. So up to the boil, simmer for 10 minutes, then let it go cold overnight. Repeat the process for the next 7 or 8 days. Might do a video in the morning just to see how they look. Once I boil them up, it's quite late now. So normally it's like a 24-hour kind of period. But I think no, because you need the time for the sugar to kind of absorb in. You couldn't just boil it up, let it cool, boil it up, let it cool, boil it up, let it cool, and do that in the process of a day and have a kind of fruit at the end of the day. Or maybe that's another kind of video that we kind of probably maybe should make at some point in the future. Maybe. There's always more videos to make. So one at the back's come up to the boil, so we can turn that down for a simmer. We'll give it probably a little bit more than 10 minutes because we'll wait until that one comes up to boil, and then we'll give them both 10 minutes from the same time. But it'll be fine. It's only a bit of a faff, isn't it? So they have cooled down overnight, and I'm just going to now bring them back up to the boil. I've just had to add a bit more sugar and water to that one, so like another 100 grams of sugar and another 100 grams of water. This water's a bit murky, but that's because we made the ginger stock, and we can see that the bits of ginger are becoming more opaque than the bits of, or is that melon skin? No, that's melon skin. No, that's ginger. So, the ginger has become more opaque than the melon skin. But anyway, so up to the boil, simmer, stoke boil for 5 minutes, let it go cold, repeat the process again, repeat, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, something like that, and we'll have some candied fruit peel. Right, candied peel. Let's have a look. It's been, when did I do it? Did it last Sunday, it's Tuesday, haven't boiled it up today, so it's we've done it 8 days. Boiling, and it looks like it's about right. So we know the melon skin works. That's just a case of, well, without the ginger in it. We know that works. So it's just a case of tasting that, and then I'm kind of, what I want to do is as well is I want to leave some just in a container. I'm going to store some in the syrup, and then another I'm just going to put in a container, a covered container in the fridge, and see how it kind of lasts. It's nice and thick syrup as that, but that's certainly worked with the candied peel of the orange. Yeah, see, that's delicious. So, and it looks like it's worked with the with the bits of peel that I left longer as well. So, my advice with the orange peel or lemon peel or grapefruit peel, if you're going to use any of those peels, is how you're going to use it kind of dictates how you're going to cut it up. So if you're going to use it, if you want to use it as diced like that, I would recommend that you cut the peel up before you cook it in the sugar syrup, because it's going to be a lot more difficult to kind of, it's just going to be sticky to kind of cut that up into cubes. So if you want it in cubes, cut it beforehand. If you're quite happy for it to be like that, then which would look kind of quite really pretty in a jar, wouldn't it? You could give that away as gifts and people would think you were wonderful. So yeah, so that works. 8 days. I don't think, well, maybe I'll do another experiment sometime in the future to see if you actually need to leave it to cool down for a day before you reboil it again. I tend to not think so. But anyway, so orange works, and certainly if you're going to use the orange juice for something else and you've got a load of peel, I think that's a win-win, is that one. So that works. Now, ginger time. So which bits of the ginger? That's worked. I think that's melon, and I think these slightly, yeah. So I don't know if you can pick up on the slight differences in colour. So in the pan there are some more orangey flecks, and then the other peel in there has kind of, well, it's not peeled ginger, is it? So that's the ginger, and that's the melon skin, and it's gone translucent, so you can't really tell that it had peel on it, and that it was just the peel, you know. That's kind of quite interesting, right? So, how's the ginger taste? Nice. So you get the ginger hit, not straight away, and you get it a little bit later on. So it's kind of like a background kind of flavour and a little bit more heat now than when I first put it in my mouth. So we've used the ginger to kind of, by putting the melon in, we've kind of lost some of the gingeriness of the ginger. So if you don't like ginger too gingery, then you can kind of water it down with the peel. So, but has the peel taken on flavour of the ginger, and I suspect it has. I need a bigger bit. I need a bigger bit. From when I made it last time, it was nice, but actually having a proper bit of peel rather than just a mouthful, because there's not that much flavour to it, the melon skin. So have a taste of that. So kind of, yeah, not as gingery as the ginger, but has that kind of that background ginger heat that you get. So that works. That works. Yeah. So I've kind of made a mock ginger. I bulked out the ginger. So because ginger's obviously a lot more expensive than melon skin, because melon skin's free. So yeah, there we go. A success. That works. I would recommend that how you're going to use it, as in with that, if you're wanting to chop it up into and make it be kind of peel in the fruitcake, then you obviously need to kind of cut them up beforehand. But I was just kind of quite curious that kind of works. So I'll put it in some jars, and then the next video, well, the next time I make some, next time I make a fruitcake, because I've got some like odds and sods fruit kicking about, I'll use that in the fruitcake. I'll use some of that and use some of that, and it should work extremely well. But that's success. That's a huge success, and that's enough of a success. Enough of a success. You know, that is nice. It's that. Yes, a success.